What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CUBREACTS as we continue to explore the latest new musical flavour worldwide. We're back inside the building once again to check out this one. Very exciting, a huge link up between two of the biggest names in the game right now. Crayon is joined by Oxlade. This one goes by the name Trench Kid in association with Glowtime and, of course, Mavens as well. It's a really exciting time for the Maven Collective, obviously launching a brand new artist this week and also dropping new music from Crayon, who really is one of their high flyers. It's a very exciting time to be a fan of the Maven legacy, so I'm excited to check this one out. As always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on as well, making sure you are leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And without further ado, let's jump into this one and see how it's sounding. Let's go. Like the font.
I know pray me them but me for wood, but I know get choice you from a relay gone down to a job. I remember 2015.
So immediately this one, it feels like they're in a... The video makes it feel like they're in a kind of storytelling exclusive interview sort of situation where something's happened and this is the exclusive story behind it. That's what the video looks like. That's the vibe I'm getting. But again, it's already got quite a unique bop to it. Quite subtle in its kind of instrumental structure. Lots of percussive elements. The guitar line's really leading the way. And the vocals are very much intertwined with the rest of the kind of instrumentation. It doesn't feel like the vocals are pushed forward. They're kind of in and around everything else, which is quite cool.
I was depressed too. I was a broken crayon. I see the color, yeah. Me kiss you, every day for you. And they track you for a job, but actually I know about go quick. I think as the first born of the house, mama got stay on fresh. I be trench kid on my to go. I know
okay, cool. So there is an element of storytelling going on here. It's about his, presumably this is about Crayon's life. It's about his progression and his journey to where he is now, which is quite cool. I like the overall feeling of it. I like, again, the subtlety of the composition. It has quite a floaty feel, but also those vocals have a softened edge to them. They very much are just sitting very delicately across the top of this instrumental, which isn't necessarily kind of sharp in any way. All of the elements are quite round. All of the elements have their unique feeling, but nothing feels like it's too jagged, which is quite a cool way to approach it. Let's go.
I've been trench kid on my to go. I know if sleep if I sleep off or I fuck up on my dad. I've been trench kid on my to go. I know if give I give up or I fuck up. I've been trench kid on my to go.
So again, lots of interesting kind of instrumental decisions with this one. Kind of listening through, we're getting this immediate idea of the violins playing a kind of dun 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 dun, like they're playing almost like the kind of the wow element of the storytelling. You then have these very big, bold kind of pad textures that are moving around the backdrop of the tune as well. It's quite a surprising choice, because I feel normally with Crayon he has quite kind of defined rhythmic sections. Oxlade tends to have quite defined rhythmic sections as well, and it allows both of their vocals to do the majority of the work. With this one, their vocals are very intertwined, and then they're also very intertwined amongst the instrumental as well. So those normal kind of peaks that you would hear aren't happening. So it's different.
When I first on it to Sunday, I did try one or two things that up in my house to run my head. Was back then, I love the fame and the money never come my way. I've been this got till I don't job. I never go chopping up for night place.
You see what I mean? That the vocals are almost taking up three kind of layers. You've got the high, mid, and low of the vocal, and that's very much implanted into the rest of the instrumental. There isn't like a singular layer that the vocal penetrates, and that makes it quite, I don't want to say muddy, but it definitely feels like everything's quite congested in the middle of the tune. And I love it when you get to hear a clear vocal line from Oxlade or a clear vocal line from Crayon. It's why they've had such big hits over the last few years, and that's one of the leading elements, because the vocal is so kind of, you latch onto it. It's such a central part of the tune. It feels like this one, there's a lot more kind of harmonic elements going on, so it does give it a very different feel.
As the firstborn of the house, my mama no go like bread. Oh, as a trans kid, I'm a do. I know if you keep up, I keep up, over fuck up. As a trans kid, I'm a do. I know if you.
I do quite like the choice rhythmically though. That dum. Like, it's got quite a subtlety, but there's a kind of unique flair about it. I like the fact that it isn't that typical do 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 that sort of rhythm. There's something a little bit different about this one, and that's driven primarily by the choice of percussive instrument. There's a lot that's quite different about this one. I'll be entirely honest with you. It's definitely not my favourite Crayon tune or my favourite Oxlade tune, but obviously it's a collaboration between these two artists, two of which, and they are two of my favourites right now. So you have to kind of take it as this is them trying something else. It's them taking things down a different avenue, and maybe it'll be a tune that grows on me, if I'm being entirely honest. It definitely has that kind of feel. I often find that with Crayon tunes, actually. His tunes are tunes that you hear them the first time, you're like, cool, I like it, but then it progresses and you hear it more and more, and then suddenly it gets stuck in your head maybe a month and a half down the line.
I know if you if I give up or I fuck up. I've been trying to get on my do. I know if you sleep if I sleep up or I fuck up. Oh, my dad.
There we go. I definitely did like the video for this. That's one thing I will say. I like the approach to the video, the creativity behind having this tiny little close set. The fact it's both of them just kind of, I suppose, sat there kind of storytelling on like a late night TV show. That's kind of how it looks. And I think it's actually quite a good assister to the tune, which for me, it's definitely not my favorite. As I said before, it's not my favorite Oxlade feature. It's definitely not my favorite Crayon lead. But I think it definitely has something. And there's something in the back of my head that's telling me over time and over continuous listening, this will be a tune that I do end up really enjoying, just because it has those typical catchy factors going on within it. But there we go, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section down below. And as always, if you are new to the channel, make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on as well, making sure you are leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. And we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Sound them sounding so good right now, but they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cam TV. Stay locked.
Welcome to Cubs Clubhouse, live on Brighton's premier platform for new music, Platform B.